Hey, what's up guys? John from Mongo Fishing. Time for the part 2 video for the Anvil Jaw Bass Club Bass Nation series video that we did on Lake Degray. Now, that was my first time truly fishing Lake Degray. I'd been there one other time back in like, I don't know, January I think, and with Jarrett Rushing, and he caught 2 fish. I didn't get a single bite all day. Spent a lot of the time just kind of graphing around and looking at stuff and didn't really fish hard. But still, I had fished there once before technically and never got a bite. So to go there for this tournament, I didn't really have high expectations. But I went in basically with no practice again, because I just wanted to fish conditions and see if I could put stuff together. And although I didn't win and I didn't cash a check, I still feel like I did pretty well. So if you guys are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button right down there along with the bell notification button so you guys get notified every single time I put out another video. Tournament videos, man, regardless if I do well or if I suck, I still put the video out anyway. I think there's information, there's things to learn from success along with failure. So the video we're talking about specifically, this is that tournament right up there. And this part 2 video that I'm doing right now is to give you my thought processes and why I did what I did. I covered the statistics in that video, so I'm not going to get into that again, but we'll talk about the decision-making process I had and a little bit of a pattern that I figured out near the end of the day. Okay, so my first 2 fish came from an area, it's a common area called Arnie Moor, I think it's Arnie Moor. It could be Arnie, I don't know, something like that. Again, I don't fish this lake, so very common area. That's not where I started. I started along some riprap because I figured let's fish close and see if I can put something together. But then and there was already boats already sitting there, and so when I finally moved, I decided to run up to the Arnie Moor place, and the very first place I stopped was a point with some wind blowing on it. Wind blown points, typically good. Here we go. Here's a fish. I don't think he's going to be big enough. He's going to be 13 inches, guys. I think he's going to be short. But let's find out. Come on, 13. Guys, we are on the board. There we go. There's one on the jerkbait. It's Kentucky. That's a keeper. Like 14-inch Kentucky. Back to my go-to this time of year, a flat side silent crankbait, Spro MD50. So I caught 2 off that windblown point, one on the MD50, and then kind of spun around to use active target, and I could see other fish there, but I couldn't stay spot locked on them basically, because the way the wind is blowing and catching me, kind of blowing me off. And so I kind of zoomed over, saw one, flicked my jerkbait over there, and caught one on the jerkbait. Stayed in the area for another hour or so, caught some short fish. There was a bunch of boats in there. There's some spots I wanted to go look at, but there was like an armada of boats back there, and so instead of trying to squeeze in the mix for stuff that I think would be good, but I don't know for sure, I just decided, screw it, let's run upriver. So I ran up the river, caught some fish, lost some fish, nothing special. And then this fish, this little short fish, right here that I'm about to show you the clip of, gave me a clue. There's one. Why was he there? I didn't realize anything at the time. I just started wondering, why was that little fish there? Get back to fishing and catch keeper number 3 on another flat, boring, do-nothing bank. Fish number 3. Catch keeper number 4 on the single solitary laydown that was laying on this flat do-nothing bank. I'd been bombing my crankbait, you know, the longer you cast it, the deeper it goes, sort of thing, catching some shorts. And almost past this this laydown, I saw it, flipped over there, caught keeper number 4. I mean, I know why he was there. It's the only single solitary laydown in the area. So that made sense. There we go. I'm calling your shot. Went back up. Now most of the boat traffic that was up there was all fishing the rock. They were all on the rock transitions, the bluff walls, they were just on the rock. And so these boats would work down a rock bank and they'd motor past the do-nothing and then get back on another rock channel swing and then motor past the do-nothing. And I noticed that. And so I started doing the opposite. And I would motor past the rock that they were all working, and I started fishing the do-nothings. And that's when I figured it out. So, you know, I went up even further, turned around, came back, and I caught fish number 5 between where I caught 3 and 4, but on my way down this time. Got it. Oh gosh, he barely got it. Big old Kentucky. There we go. So I'd already passed the 4 spot and hadn't quite made it to the 3 spot when I caught that fish on another do-nothing bank. And then it dawned on me, now that I have my limit, ignore the ones down in Arley Moor. Those are in a windblown point. I could probably run that as a pattern also, but I'm up here in the river now. That little short fish was on the sand at the end of the channel swing. These fish were on the sand at the end of the channel swing. And so I motor past all the other stuff. I got to find out if this is actually the pattern. Ask this guy right here if I can go past him. He tells me yes. Second cast, catch this one. Ends up being the biggest fish that I caught of the day. Hey, do you mind if I go to where this rock ends and the sand starts? You okay with that? All right, awesome. Guys. So now what do I do? I have a pattern figured out. The only problem is I have no history on this river, this lake. I don't know if I can replicate it going up or if I can replicate it going down. I got a 50-50 chance. Which way do I run? Closer to takeoff and try to replicate it down that way, or further up and try to replicate it further up. I chose down and I didn't find it anymore. I couldn't find what I was looking for. The one place I found it, there was a guy sitting down there, and I think he was just crappie fishing or whatever, but he was sitting right where I wanted to be. And so I moved past him, kept going, just never found what I was looking for. It is what it is. That's the gamble I took. 50-50 shot, upriver, downriver. I chose the wrong one. But that's that, guys. So it wasn't, again, it wasn't specific, I think, or it wasn't like an area specific. I think honestly what it was the pressure of all these boats. There was at least 2 tournaments going on that day. All these boats working the same exact channel swings had pushed all those fish off the channel swings. They're not going to go to a different area of the lake, but they'll definitely move away from home for a little bit if they have too much pressure. So I wanted to take advantage of that and fish the stuff that no one else really was. And all these boats were just motoring right past it, which left it all to me, basically. So, you know, something to think about, guys. 1 fish is a coincidence, 2 fish is a clue, 3 fish is a pattern. So that's the way I look at it. Again, guys, hey, thank you guys very much for watching. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them down below. You know, wintertime, flat side crankbait, that's what I'm throwing. I'm not sponsored by Spro. I don't get any money for pushing these products. You can buy these at Fish and Stuff in Sherwood, or your favorite, you know, online retailer. That's probably my favorite crankbait for this time of year. I do throw crankbaits even by some of the ones of my sponsors, and I've caught fish off of them. But lately, this has been the juice that I'm using. But that's going to change very, very soon, next couple weeks. Again, guys, thank you guys very much for watching. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button right down there along with the bell notification button so you get notified every single time I put out another video. This series, the Anvil Jaw series, is kind of brought to you guys by Brazalo Custom Lures. Danny is paying my entry fees for this year, so I dig it if you guys supported him. He makes some killer buzz baits, makes some killer swim jigs, makes some killer spinner baits, killer regular jigs, and swim jig season's coming right around the corner. I cannot wait for swim jig season, because then it's going to get down and dirty. But anyway, I dig it if you guys support him also. His info will be linked down in the description below, along with a 15% discount code down there in the description. Support small business, man. And you can buy his stuff either online or at Fish and Stuff in Sherwood also. Again, guys, thank you very much for watching. As always, get on the water, be safe, and go stick some lips.